I deleted Priya's entire project folder the night before the client pitch. Not by accident, I knew exactly what I was doing. She lost the account, she lost the promotion, and I got both. And I almost got away with it. Okay, so before you say anything, you don't have the full picture. Nobody does. Priya and I had been up for the same senior position for 6 months. 6 months of pretending we were rooting for each other while absolutely not doing that. We shared a shared drive. We shared a project. We were supposed to be co-leads on the Halcyon pitch. That was the deal. Co-leads, equal credit.
Co-leads, sure. Tell them whose name was on the brief, though. Tell them who drafted the strategy deck. Tell them who the client specifically asked for by name in their onboarding email. Go ahead, I'll wait.
The client asked for her by name because she'd done a project with them 2 years ago at her old firm. That's a relationship she carried in from outside. It's not something she built here. And yes, her name was on the brief first, because she sent it without me. That's the part she's not mentioning. She filed a brief with our manager, Marcus, listing herself as lead and CC'd me as, and I quote, support resource. Support resource. I have a master's degree.
I told you about that email before I sent it. I told you I was titling it that way because Marcus wanted a single point of contact on the account, and you said, and I have the text. I screenshot everything because it turns out I had good instincts. You said, quote, that's fine, do whatever, I trust you. Do you want me to read it out loud?
I said it was fine because I thought it was an admin thing. I didn't think it meant my actual name was going to disappear from the project entirely. And then I found out 2 weeks before the pitch that the promotion decision was going to hinge on whoever led the Halcyon presentation. Like directly tied to it. Marcus told me that in a one-on-one, and Priya was listed as lead. So in his head, it was already over.
So your solution was to delete 4 months of my work at 11 p.m. the night before we presented, not to talk to Marcus, not to talk to me, not to ask to be added to the presentation credits. You went into the shared drive and you moved everything into the archive folder and then you emptied it. And then you showed up the next morning like nothing happened.
I panicked. I'm not going to dress it up. I panicked. I sat there at my laptop at 11 at night and I thought about 4 months of work that wasn't going to have my name on it, and I made a decision I can't take back. I moved the files. I didn't think the archive delete was permanent. Our IT policy said deleted files were recoverable for 30 days. I thought she'd find them. I thought it would delay the pitch, we'd reschedule, I'd have time to fix the credit situation with Marcus.
Oh wow, you thought I'd just find them. That's so thoughtful of you. Except you deleted the backup sync too. You went into the shared settings and you turned off the auto backup. That's not a panic move. That's two separate actions. You had to know what you were doing.
I didn't know that turning off the sync would affect the backup separately. I thought it was the same setting. And I know how that sounds, I know. But I'm telling you what was in my head in that moment, and it was not. I was not sitting there thinking, I'm going to end Priya's career tonight. I was thinking about my career. There's a difference.
The difference is real cute. I showed up to pitch to a room of 12 people with no deck, no data, no visuals. I had to rebuild from handwritten notes I'd taken during client calls. I stood in front of that client and I looked incompetent. They pulled the account that afternoon. Marcus gave me a formal warning. I didn't get the promotion, she did. She stood there when Marcus announced it and she said, Priya, I'm so sorry this happened. To my face, she said those words.
I did feel terrible. I feel terrible now. That's why I'm here. You want me to say I'm a monster, fine. But Priya isn't innocent in this either. She spent 3 months building a narrative where she was the lead and I was the assistant, and she did it deliberately, and nobody wants to talk about that part because what happened after is so much bigger. But the reason I was at my laptop at 11 p.m. in the first place is because I'd spent 4 months being slowly written out of my own work.
I flagged you in every client email, every single one. Go look. Your name is in 23 emails, but go off. Also, she got caught, by the way. It pulled the access logs 6 weeks later when another file went missing in the department and Marcus saw her login timestamp at 11:14 p.m. She confessed before they even finished the sentence, so she didn't actually get away with it. She just got to enjoy the promotion for 6 weeks first.
I got let go. I want to be clear about that. I wasn't fired for cause because I didn't meet the legal definition. It was a mutual separation. That's what HR called it. But I lost the job, I lost the promotion, and I gave a reference that basically ends at she was employed here. So if anyone thinks I walked away clean, I didn't. The thing about Priya calling me a monster is that she's the one who told HR. She went at HR before it even finished their investigation. And I know she had every right to, I know that. But she also had my personal cell number and she never once called me.
She wanted me to call her. That's really what she's upset about. After she deleted 4 months of my work and tanked my account and watched me get a formal warning and then accepted the promotion I should have gotten, she wanted me to call and give her a chance to explain it to me personally before I involved HR. That's the ask. I just want everyone to sit with that for a second.
I'm not saying it was a reasonable ask. I'm saying it's what I wanted, and I know the difference. Look, I did something I can't undo, I know that. And Priya got hurt in a way that was real, and it was my fault, and I can say that without it meaning that everything I lost was fair either. Two things can be true. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I don't think I've earned it. I just wanted someone to hear the whole thing.
The whole thing, right, including the part where she just said she wanted me to call her, as if that's a normal thing to want from the person you sabotaged. That's the part I keep coming back to, not even an apology. She wanted a phone call first. That tells you everything you need to know about how she sees this.
So now you have both sides, neither of them pretty. What would you have done? And be honest. Drop it in the comments. And if someone you know is in the middle of something like this, a workplace thing where you can feel the knives coming out, send them this. Maybe it helps, maybe it doesn't. New confession drops soon. Don't miss it.